Thank you for pressing play on the podcast of positivity. This is the January 30 edition of the Maurologue. Well, Los Angeles is no stranger to reinvention, but after the January wildfires left 29 lives lost and thousands of homes reduced to rubble, the city needs more than rebuilding. It needs resilience. Enter LA Rises, a $100 million recovery mission led by none other than Magic Johnson, Dodgers chairman Mark Walter, and 2028 Olympics chief Casey Wasserman. This isn't just about putting up new buildings, it's about future-proofing LA. Magic, always the visionary, is focusing on Altadena, a historic black community, ensuring its legacy remains intact. And as Wasserman put it, this is about shaping the next century, not just fixing today's problems. Because if there's one thing LA knows how to do, it's rise from the ashes and come back even stronger. And speaking of rebuilding, what about rebuilding from an emotional knockout? Because some films don't just move you, they wreck you. Some movies hit like a Mike Tyson uppercut to the soul, and the folks at Sundance 2025 know it. That's why mental health professionals from the Huntsman Mental Health Institute are on standby at screenings, ready to help viewers process the emotional gut punches. As licensed social worker Amanda McNabb put it, films are powerful. That's kind of the whole purpose of art. So if a film leaves you feeling like you just went 12 rounds with your own emotions, Sundance has your back. On the subject of bouncing back stronger, nobody did that better this week than Madison Keys. You can have the best serve, the hardest forehand, the fastest feet, but if your mind isn't right, your game isn't either. Just ask Keys, who finally unlocked her first Grand Slam title at the Australian Open. She didn't just beat the best, she took down world number 2 Iga Swiatek and defending champion number 1 Aryna Sabalenka to win it all. But the real victory? Therapy. After years of crippling self-doubt, Keys had to retrain her brain, realizing that winning a major wasn't what defined her worth. And once she let go of the pressure, boom! Grand Slam champion. Proof that mental strength isn't just part of the game, it is the game. Now let's switch gears from unlocking the mind to unlocking the cure for one of life's most annoying ailments, hiccups. Yeah, forget drinking upside down, scaring yourself, or holding your breath like you're about to go deep sea diving. Dr. Stephen Stacy from the Mayo Clinic in Wisconsin says the key to stopping hiccups instantly is the following. Number 1, inhale like you're about to start speaking, but keep your throat open. Number 2, flex your diaphragm like you're about to belt out an aria from The Phantom of the Opera. Hold for 30 seconds. Number 3, slowly exhale. Voila, no more hiccups. Apparently, it's worked on everyone they've tried it on. Well, I'm sure Charles Osborne wished he would have known about this. He spent, get this, 68 years of his life hiccuping. He started June 13, 1922, and didn't stop until 1990, a Guinness World Record that still stands today and will probably, in light of what I just shared with you, will stand forever. This man had to retrain his entire way of speaking just to hide the sound. And if you're wondering, yes, he did eventually stop, but only after nearly 7 decades of what can only be described as the most relentless, unwanted drum roll in human history. Hey, if patience is a virtue, Charles Osborne might just be the most virtuous man to ever live. But you know what's harder to stop than hiccups? Coldplay breaking records. The band packed 111,581 fans into Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad, India on night 1, and then, well, they outdid themselves with 111,989 the next night. That is officially the biggest stadium concert of the 21st century, surpassing George Strait's 110,905 in Texas last June. And oh, by the way, this was Coldplay's first time playing in India. 2 nights, 223,570 people. Mamma mia! But if we're talking about concerts that went down in history, there is one that still echoes through time. And it happened on a rooftop in London on this day. January 30, 1969, the Beatles climbed onto the rooftop of 3 Savile Road and without warning blast 42 minutes of raw, unfiltered rock and roll. That's 3 Savile Row. No stage, no tickets, just the Fab Four jamming for the streets of London. Office workers abandoned their desks, fans flooded the sidewalks, and rooftops turned into VIP seating for history in the making. And then, because every legendary moment needs a little drama, the cops shut it down. But before they could pull the plug, John Lennon dropped one of the greatest mic drops of all time. I hope we've passed the audition. John, not only did you pass, you set the standard for rock and roll history. And speaking of legends, a special birthday shout out goes out to 2-time Academy Award winner Gene Hackman, whose incredible career spanned 6 decades. He is 95 today. Today's motivation comes from another Oscar winner, Michelle Yeoh, who said, "Learning how to fall teaches you how to land, and learning how to land gives you the courage to jump high. Because life isn't about avoiding falls, it's about getting back up stronger and using that experience to launch even higher." That's a wrap on this edition of the Maurologue. Hit like, share, and subscribe. Now, go hold the door open for someone and keep fighting the good fight.